Hello, my lovely kings and queens. You are definitely welcome back to my channel. My name is Pedrolin, for some of you who don't know me. So in today's video, guys, it's a reaction to Major One, the Malawian pastor who was resigning in SA, which is South Africa. So the man has been arrested last month, even though he was released on Wednesday. On Monday. On Monday he was released, him and the wife, Mary Bushiri. So they escaped from SA, on Wednesday, and then they arrived in Malawi, which is their country. So when he arrived in Malawi, he gave out a statement today on Facebook Live. So just by looking at the statement that he gave out on Facebook, I saw that, by looking, I could see that, he scriptured the statement, because even though it was a little bit strange, because when I looked at the video, it was a little bit strange because it was showing his image. It was twice, because at the background, at the back view, it was showing another image. So I'm not sure if it was the position of the camera or something, I don't know, because sometimes in my imagination I was thinking that, maybe it could be something like a zombie. I'm not saying that maybe he's a zombie, because for me it seems strange, because it was showing two people sitting behind each other, because the way he was sitting, talking at the end, at the back, is it the back? At the back of him, it was showing another image again of another person sitting behind him. But the image, it looked like him again, So that's the reason why, they're saying that most of these African pastors, they do voodoo, concoction, They go to rituals, like witches, witch doctors to give them, concoction like medicine, charms, mixing those charms, then they go to people prophesizing, because you have to understand that they're human beings just like us. Some of them, they don't have powers. I'm not saying that maybe even him, he's like that, but for me, I just feel as if it was a little bit weird when he was talking, because I could see two image of two people, behind him. I'm not sure, maybe if it was his shadow, even though, even if it's your shadow, it's not supposed to be showing another person. So let me continue. So according to the statement that he gave out, he was saying that it's unfair for him and the wife, the way they have been treated, because at first he gave out a statement saying that, it's not the first time this South African police, treating them in that manner, more especially him, because he has been arrested many times in SA. According to him, he was saying that it's being allegedly believed that he's into money laundering, and he has got a lot of companies which he never signed, in order for, because normally when you live in a country, you have to you have to follow the rules of the country. So it's for him, it seemed as if most of his company, it was not registered in SA, so which forced the government to charge him, because normally when you live in a country, you have to pay a certain kind of money. That money goes back to the government. In Swedish they call it skatt. I don't know if it's called tax, yeah, something like that. So which means he was not paying for that, so they charged him for bailout. Both of them, because it was 3 people, including those member of his, because I think they were ladies. They were also charged, both of them, they were charged 200 rand, And then from there, they were given permission, saying that on Monday and Friday, they were supposed to be on Monday and Friday to always go to the police, to go to the nearest police station and report themselves. But instead, what he did, on Monday, when they gave them a bailout, they escaped, SA, which is making his case to become more worse. But on the other side, because he was saying that, in SA, his life and his kids' life, they are being threatened, it's they're scared, because he said that in 2018, he was nearly about to be shot, papal, So he had to escape the country, you know, because it's not safe for him and the wife, you know, because I saw, even me, when I looked at the video, you know, the way some people were like protesting, you know, because normally, you know, you have to follow the rules of the country when you live in a certain kind, in a country that's not yours, you know. Sometimes, you know, we people, you know, I'm just going to put this in general, you know. I'm not trying to blame him, because I don't know the illegal things that he did in SA, you know, because in most cases, when you live in a country that is not yours, you know, you have to respect, you know. But I feel as if, you know, some other people, once when they go to, because a lot of people, you know, they want to live in SA, because SA, you know, is a developed country, you know. So even him, you know, because for me, I feel as if on the very beginning, you know, he's already famous and the wife is already famous, you know. I don't see a reason for them, you know, why they should leave Malawi and resign in SA, where they know already that there's a lot of things like xenophobia, all those things, you know. Why would somebody put himself in such kind of a situation, you know, if he's like scared, you know, for his safety and the kids' safety, you know, because he was arrested many times, almost 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, according to the statement that he gave out on the video, you know. Because I'm just saying allegedly, you know, but even though I watched him when he was like saying the statement, you know, when he was like reading the scripture, you know. And then he also said that the same people who were like investigating their case, it's like white people. It's 5 white people who are like judges. So those judges, you know, they have been investigating them, you know, it's like the same judges who have been investigating his case for many years, because he has been arrested several times, you know. So right now, you know, he's seeking for help from he ran back to his country with the wife, even though according to him, he said that in 2018, once when they were like trying to attack him as well, you know, he met the daughter and the son, excuse me if I do not get him correctly, because he said something like in 2018, once when the kids were like 4 years and 6 years, so he had to meet the kids like to escape, like to go back to Malawi, because they are the citizen of Malawi. And then they remained. It's like they used to go back and forth, you know, from Malawi to SA, because they've got a lot of businesses there, you know. And then from there, you know, he gave out a statement saying that in 2015 also he was like arrested. They did the same thing. So he's assuming that, you know, they are doing that because they borrowed money from one of the members in his church. So it was very difficult for those people who borrowed money again from the member of his church to pay back the money, you know. And then once when they wanted the money, they could not pay back the money, you know. And then from there he had to involve the authority, but even though the authority never did anything, you know. So it's like he's assuming that some people like are protesting against him, you know, because they want him to leave the country, you know. For me, I feel as if, you know, it's very important that once when you live in a country that's not yours, you know, you have to follow the rules of the country and the regulation, you know. I am not saying that maybe he's a bad person, because I'm not sure, you know, anybody can find himself or herself in such kind of a situation, you know. But for me, I feel as if it's very important, because right now, you know, he's going to seek help from his government, you know, because on Monday he's saying that he's going to speak to the president of the country and some authority and the police. He has to report himself to the nearest police, you know, even though already he has escaped, because he was not supposed to do that, you know. He was supposed to be like still staying there, you know, in SA until the last trial, you know, because right now they did not, his case is not yet done, you know. So he escaped, he ran away. So we may never know what's going to happen to him. If he's going to be found that, you know, he has been doing illegal thing, you know, he's going to be arrested. And for me, I feel as if, you know, I don't know the reason why they arrested the wife, but nevertheless, I wish them the best, you know, because nobody deserves to find himself in such kind of a situation. So see you guys in my next video. I hope you are taking good care of yourself. Bye bye, my lovely people.